So, Alex, they have their platforms to slate Pearl and don't rise them. The thing is, like I said, I don't know why you've all flooded over to my live. I'm just chilling. We're having a laugh over here. That's why I said, what the F is my problem? I have no problem with anyone. Actually, anyone at all. You know, I don't have any issue with anyone at all. I do my thing in the morning. I come off and that's me done for the day. I have no hatred towards anyone. But when people do say things, and I think that there's a lot of selective outrage on certain situations, then I'll have my say. But regarding the situation today, I don't even know what's been going on over in Devon's live, to be honest with you. So, Alex didn't say anything, he was doing FYP. It's true, actually, I was actually doing FYP, so let's talk like adults. What would you like to talk about, Alicia? I need to know what's going to happen here, you know. I need to know. And if I do rise anyone, there will be you, Cam too, no? Just to see if Caris was back in there, because I got told she went back in the live, and I was just checking if that was true, because you know how comments do mix up stuff. But nothing was really said, so I stopped Cam 2 and afterwards when Caris dropped. So... yeah, so you know what's happening. It was beef. It wasn't beefy at all. I watched for literally 2 minutes. I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched for 2 minutes. I only heard her going back in, and I just wanted to see if it was true. Because you can't go on the comments, can you? What people say if someone's in the live or not. So it was only brief. Yeah, no, that's substantial banana. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. And nothing's been said since. So you can sit in boxes, discuss with others, but you can't discuss on your own live, okay? So you can sit in boxes and discuss others, but can't discuss on your own live, okay? I never discussed yours. I think you've been mistold information. I didn't discuss any one of yours and your views or what you were saying. I didn't say anything. I wouldn't mind if I actually said and saying, you know what, Paige is this, Devon's this, Alicia's this. I didn't say anything. So it's mad, isn't it? This is why does everyone make a big deal of Cantor? It is mad, and it is a bit crazy. Alicia, stop with the eye rolling. Nothing bad was said about anyone, but let people run with whatever they want. You know, I'm just ashamed from your comments to me, and you're like, huh? What's the beef being brought? Why is the beef being brought here? I don't know. You know, I've got no idea. I have got no idea, guys, why people are coming in here and whatnot. And to be fair, I'm going to be totally honest with you now. Why are you listening to comments? Because these people are coming my live every day, Alicia. Interact with me, chill, watch me. So at the end of the day, I'm obviously going to listen to people that are supporting me. You know what I mean? I think if everyone did that with their own communities, then it'd be a much better place. I always listen to people that have been in my life daily. You know what I mean? That's where the support is. I'm not listening to fake comments or fake accounts or people stirring. I'm listening to people that's been a support. So why is the assumption beef? Because Miss Remy, they was all on their own live, chilling, relaxing. All of a sudden, they've just all flew over here and wanted to request a box. That never ends well. You know what I mean? When has ever anything positive from Devon been said about Pearl or Paige said about Pearl? Come on now. I'm not silly. So your people were coming over. I don't know about that borderline banter. Like I said, I don't know. This is about me. This is about me. How can any of this be about me? Right, I'll do a deal with you. I'll let you up. Right, but if Pearl's mentioned, you get dropped. Is that a deal? Is that a deal? I don't mind having a conversation, but as soon as Pearl's being mentioned, you're getting straight dropped. Remember, just to let you know that, yeah? Paige, I don't like the attitude, to be honest with you. God, yes. No, capitals, don't like it, Paige. Doesn't work. It's not working for me. No, Alicia, I'm not falling for it. I'm going to continue with FYP because you're doing my nuts and news. Like, you go in your own live, say Alex called you a name that you didn't like, and you know what I mean, go and fire yourself up some content.
Yo.
How you doing, pal? You good, yeah?
What's that mean?
You're right, yeah.
Yeah. What's going on, bro?
Oh, nothing. Just obviously chatting with these in the comments and stuff. They want me to obviously want some conversation in my box, but you know what it's like at times. Can you all give Frankie a follow, please, guys? While you're
drop down so you can box people or not?
I don't think. To be fair, I don't think it's not gonna benefit anyone. You know what I mean? I don't think it is gonna.
Well, what's it about?
I don't know. It's random.
Really? Do you want me to drop down and so you can get in the boxes?
Yeah, give me 2 minutes, man, then request again, alright?
Yes, safe, Jim.
Sound, mate, sound. Right, let me just sort this out because they're doing my absolute nutting now. Request a box. Okay. I think you've all been... I don't know what's going on. Can one of the mods request the people in the boxes, please, guys? Because for some reason it's not letting me in getting people in the boxes, so I don't know what's going on. Request again, guys.
The boxes have been glitchy. I just came in to say what actually happened yesterday because the way that it's been put across is completely incorrect.
In what sense?
So we was in Michelle's yesterday. Obviously, I'm going to have to say Pearl's name, but it's not to drag her. So we was in Michelle's yesterday, and obviously something was said by someone. Everyone was discussing it, and the comments kept on about Pearl, and nobody had mentioned her name. And I said, you lot in the comments keep saying Pearl, and you're saying that Paige said about Pearl. Paige hadn't mentioned her at all, not even once. And then Paige went on to say, you lot keep on about Pearl, but what about the EQs, the Zach the Brats, the this one, the that one? And that's what happened. So this was people going to Pearl, coming with a false narrative. Pearl's upset. She's been reactive. She's gone live. And that's where the issue here is, because what was said to Pearl, and I think she come over, she requested Michelle's box, but at that time it had all moved on and we had Baby A screaming in the box, and the boxes were full. So Pearl wasn't put into the box. It wasn't that she wasn't allowed or she couldn't have her say. It's just that it was fucking mayhem at that point in time. So I think then Pearl went live to say what she wanted to say, but she had just had people in the comments, like you've just had someone in the comments here, I'll use this as an example, saying that we had all just piled onto Luke, which isn't the truth. We were saying that we love Luke. Do you know what I mean? And what Devon was saying is Miss Red has played a video, but she's not played both sides. And I said, I don't think she's probably not seen both sides, which she hasn't because I've spoken to her. But this whole narrative being pushed that people are going at Pearl is completely untrue. And it's annoying. And it's making a divide yet again when things were a lot calmer, where people, like, I've seen Devon sat in boxes where Pearl sat in boxes, and granted they might not exchange conversation, but it's calm. Do you know what I mean? So it's people being mix up for what? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And then I've got like someone just sent me a recording of you saying you've been making backhanded remarks. And you're saying about Zach the Brat and that. I'll say here and now, I spoke to Zach when the evil avocado stuff happened for the pure fact that I accidentally favourited a video of his mum, and he messaged me saying that's weird that you would do that considering, you know, everything with your mum.
Why is Paige right? Why is Paige spamming saying I never called you racist? Who said she called me racist?
Oh, I don't know.
She's spamming saying I never called you racist. I'm like...
Who said that, Paige?
I don't even know what you're talking about. Your chat, I don't know. I've not seen that. Like, it's got. To be fair, a lot of yous did it once upon a time when G did make that outrageous accusation A lot of people did run it with it and say it, and then obviously all
Is
that came
Devon in the box?
out. Yes.
Everyone's calm. I don't know why people are making out like we're on a rampage, because we're not. We're calm.
Because to be fair, like I said, do you not feel, and be honest here, Alicia, please be honest here, don't just because you're friends with people, do you not feel that Pearl, right, over that situation got dragged a lot longer than other people? I know, right, with racism and that, right, there's no time limit when someone chooses to be offended or not, you know what I mean? It's going to be different for every individual person, you know?
Do you know my viewpoint on this, Alex, is like people are called out for shit they say. And when you've got people like when EQ's called out, she doesn't give a shit. She won't give it the time of day. She won't come into boxes. She won't mention it. She'll just tell everyone to piss off. Zach the Brat, he done his own live, felt sorry for himself, made out like he was the victim in it. And he wouldn't kind of come near any of us, just started trying to drag everyone and chat shit about everyone. And when you've got Pearl tries to have a conversation. She comes in, it ends up more times turning into a big row because people are so passionate.
Wrong there. Courtney's saying that there. Zach never clapped back, but you're wrong there because he was on a live with me in a box and he said that when I said to him, like,
I was trying to get in. We was trying to get in. Canadian Angie wouldn't let us into the live, Alex. So if we can't get in, but I'm saying Pearl will come.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, Courtney's saying there that he didn't clap back. He did because when I said to him and that you can't choose because he said
it's boring.
No, I know. Let me just Alicia, please.
Sorry.
I said to him that at the end of the day, like, you was racist, and he went, "Oh, that was ages ago now," and all that stuff. And I said, "You can't decide when a black person chooses not to be offended. There's no time limit on that." And he went, "Oh, I've got support numbers in my bio," and he just took the piss.
Yeah,
so
we tried
him back.
I was trying to get into the box that day to say something, but she wouldn't let us in, so I can't help that. But he won't come anywhere near my live, Paige's live, Devon's live, Tori, whoever's. He won't come anywhere near it because he knows he'll get dragged. Whereas Pearl has come into spaces and she's tried to speak, and obviously it has gone wrong a lot. And she was dragged for months, 100%. But I feel like that's because she's not scared to come in and speak with people. And I feel like that's the difference here, because people are spoken about, people are called out, but it depends on how that person reacts to it. So, and I'm not saying Pearl's wrong for doing that, because a lot of them would just run away or tell you to piss off, or like EQ, again, she just doesn't give a shit.
Sorry, I can't have this conversation with Alicia because you're white, apparently.
Well, bring Devon in.
It's mad, and it says, why can't you have a discussion with Devon? Alicia's white. But we're not talking about the racism thingy. I'm just saying about people being dragged and people being mentioned, it being very selective.
This is what I'm saying. She's not been dragged. She has not been, like, there was an exchange with her and Paige that I think just got out of hand. I think it was like Chocolate was bantering with Pearl, and then Paige and Pearl were saying shit backwards and forwards. I wasn't there. I've seen the screen recording. It's just, but Pearl hasn't been dragged. So I don't, like, even yesterday when it was a discussion on something that had been said by someone else, we didn't mention Pearl. It was the people in the comments saying about Pearl and saying, "Oh, Pearl's been dragged, Pearl this, Pearl that." People didn't mention her. And that's when Paige said, "Well, let's talk about Zach the Brat, let's talk about EQ, let's talk about Sussius, let's talk about this one, that one." All the people that people have said things that are offensive. And this is what people are not getting. And then obviously she's tried to get in the box, but what I just said basically. And then she's gone live to say what she wanted to say. But it's not correct.
What's that say? Alex, they are saying Pearl has doxed. Huh?
Nobody said that Pearl's doxed. Oh, who said that Pearl's doxed?
We'll get to the bottom of it, please. Just relax, Alicia, please. I just want to find out what's going on.
I'll dox someone right now in this live.
You really won't.
I will. This is a doxing live, everyone.
Definitely not.
Can you bring Devon in the comments? Your mods must have got it, surely.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Let's be honest with you now. And this is what I mean, Alicia. Please be honest with yourself, right? You know for a fact, right, if anyone mentions about people being racist, the first person that gets mentioned is Pearl.
Yeah, she does, 100% she does, because it was such a big thing at the time, because Pearl was trying to address it and she was trying to have conversations with people, whichever way that went, whoever listened, whoever didn't. Like, Pearl was the one who she didn't run away from it like the rest of these people do, or the people who say, I don't give a shit, I'll say what. Do you know what I mean? It's
Yeah, but the thing is, Alicia, with all this that goes on, right, and people say, you know, when Zach, right, first, when he said that thing, yeah? A lot of the people you chill with said, oh, I need to have a phone call with Zach. Why would you? Why would you give that? Torian said, I'm going to have a conversation with Zach. I need to have a conversation with him.
Yeah, she probably wanted to know, like, what the fuck, hun?
But why? If someone's been blatantly saying that word, you know that's in their arm.
Because Zach was pretending. Zach was another person who was also dragging Pearl with us and making out like he was an ally with the black community and saying about all these racist people. And then he's there using the hard ER word. Do you know what I mean? Like,
but when you just cut that person out of your life, why would you give that? Why would you entertain someone like that if that's how you truly feel?
God, you'd have to ask Torian that, but it was shocking. It was like, why would you do that? Why would you say that? What the fuck is this about? Like, everyone spoke to Pearl. There were boxes upon boxes upon boxes with Pearl. Do you know what I mean? But she had that conversation on lives in front of people. Zach didn't. I don't know if Torian and Zach had a phone call. You'd have to ask her that. But people were having conversations, like people were trying to say why it was wrong and explain things. And I don't even want to go over it all again. Like, everyone knows what happened.
And the only reason I ain't bringing up Devon at his current time is the fact is that I don't think this will be fair on Pearl without Pearl being in the live.
I don't think he's coming to drag her.
It doesn't matter because the conversation is obviously going to lead into a Pearl being mentioned, and I don't think it's going to be fair.
Well, she can. Why don't you share it to her?
I'm pretty sure must have shared it to her by now.
But I don't think he's coming in to go over everything that's already been gone over. I think he just wants to say why he's pissed off.
Could someone share it to Pearl, please?
You want me to jump down and you bring him in? He's not come here on smoke. Like, everything was calm. We were calm.
Of course, no one can come in this box on smoke. All I'm saying is, right, at the end of the day, I just don't think it's going to be right because there's a few people that have obviously got a dislike for someone, and you know, because of the conversation, it is going to escalate into a Pearl conversation, and I don't think it's fair. Because I'm a friend, Pearl's my friend, so I'm not going to allow her to be, and it's not biased at all. Before people, at the end of the day, right, she's a friend of mine, and I'm not going to allow her.
I genuinely don't think he's coming in to drag Pearl. I honestly don't. Like, Devon, are you coming in to?
But even speaking.
I don't know. I don't understand why he's not allowed to talk. If he's being cam-tooed and people are saying this, that and the other, I don't think he's coming in to be like, Pearl's a racist. I don't think it's about that. I think he just wants to put his point of view across because he's been spoken about. And the comments are so mixed up. Like this, it pisses me off on this app so badly.
Do you want me to be totally honest with you? For me, sometimes I feel people just do all this to create content for themselves, to go live. And that, like the other day, for example, Devon hasn't been live for days. All of a sudden, has an argument in fucking in Top Girl's box. Next thing you know, he goes live and he's got content. You know what I mean? It happens too often on the app.
Yeah, but everyone, when they have an argument, goes live. Like if you've been in when you was arguing with Zach, going back and forth, you was going live and talking about that. Like everyone does that. It's drama talk. Everyone does that. Everyone comes on and chats shit about whoever they're beefing at the time. If he's had an argument, he's got every right to come on and vent, same as whoever he argued with. I didn't even know
I don't know why you're saying. Look, this is what I mean, Courtney. You literally... Pearl went live yesterday, yeah, because she got refused to be allowed in the box in Michelle's live. That's why she went live. She got silenced. That's why she went live. So before you write comments...
But Alex, this is the thing. She wasn't refused the box. Nobody said, no, Pearl, you're not coming in. Like, it was mayhem. When she requested the box, Baby A was screaming at the top of her lungs about how I'm going to get out my car and get my face smashed in. So at that particular time, it was just a bad time. Nobody said, oh, piss off, Pearl. Oh, you can't come in, Pearl. Michelle would have let Pearl in to speak.
But apparently, I don't know if this is factual. You'd have to confirm this. Didn't Torian say, I don't think you need... there's no reason for you need to be in the box, Pearl? Is that what Torian said?
Torian said... she hasn't, I said she's not been spoken about, she's not been mentioned in the way that it's being said. I said nobody has chatted shit about Pearl because nobody had. And then Torian said, well, then there's no need for Pearl to come in because nobody had chatted shit about her.
Well, look, to be fair, let's
You
be honest.
watch the I think it's on YouTube. I think Luke's going to play some of it because it's on YouTube and nobody was chatting shit about her.
But you need to understand though, before anyone comments, people should watch Michelle's live. So,
like Torian wasn't saying, "Oh, piss off, Pearl." She just said, "Oh, there's no need because you wasn't spoken about." There wasn't any like hatred or venom from Torian to Pearl. It was, if you watch it, you'll see that at the time Pearl requested, the boxes were full. And I believe at that time, Luke, if you've just watched it, Baby A was screaming her head off.
the thing is, right, look, let me just be honest with you now. It's a new year, it's 2025, and everyone's doing all this, oh, it's changed and it's not going to be the same. And literally, all I see now is it's going back to the way it was, and the divide's going to start happening again, Alicia.
Yeah, but you know, Alex, I've said to Paige, I've said to everyone, I'll sit in boxes with Pearl, not a problem. But if there's like, they had Pearl in a box when all the stuff with Sussiest was going off, and I dropped from the box because I'm not going to sit in the box having a discussion on racism with someone that I believe the comments they made were of a racist nature. Do you know what I mean? But I'll sit and speak. I'll be nice to Pearl. Whatever. I don't have hatred for Pearl. It just is what it is. Like, she was dragged for months, and I believe that she was rightfully dragged, but I also believe that EQ, Zach the Brat, this one, that one, whoever said something should come in and have the conversations, the difficult conversations like Pearl did, regardless of how they end. Like, it's going to be arguments anyway, because like I said, it's a lot of big characters in one space at one time. So it's always going to end in mayhem. But this particular thing that happened yesterday, she has got the wrong end of the stick.
Yeah.
And I've been saying it in every live I go in because nobody was like inciting hatred on her yesterday. Genuinely, nobody was. And out of all the people on this app, it was Paigey who was like, we're not here talking, this isn't about Pearl. Let's talk about this one, this one, this one, and this one. It was Paigey who said that, the person who she thinks is constantly attacking her.
Yeah, the thing is, Luke, I don't know about that because a few people said that she was mentioned first. I don't know, I wasn't in there. So I don't know.
And Paige come in to say, like, people who are in here moaning now about this comment that's been made by this person that we was talking about yesterday. Where was you when all the other stuff was said? Because you lot were telling us to shut the fuck up then. She didn't mention Pearl's name.
Leeville got mentioned, not just Pearl. So I don't even know about Leeville, but I don't get...
Loads of names got mentioned, but when Paige first come in, she didn't say Pearl.
All right, Luke, no worries.
But I think Luke's going to play them both, because obviously I only saw... Someone sent me the clip of Pearl's live yesterday, but I've only seen like the chaotic bit of Michelle's live on the FYP. I've not seen the thingy. So Luke's watched it on YouTube. I think Observer put it up. Because no one's like going to see what actually happened. People just kind of take what's said by the comments as gospel. But even in here, like, people are saying, oh, these lot were going at Luke. That never happened. Like, we were literally saying that we love him. That's what I'm saying about mix-up comments.
Yeah, I know. But have you started to slowly see a divide start happening on the app again?
Yeah, people want that because it's drama for them, isn't it? It's something for them to sit and watch, and, you know, it spices up their boring life. So people want that. So people will consistently try and cause trouble when everything's calmed down. If everything's calm and people are sat in boxes together and no one's arguing, it's boring for people to watch. It's
Rhea and a cup of tea's put 7.3032 on the Observer page. You brought up Pearl first. That's what they're saying. I don't know. I'm just going in with the chat.
I don't know. I'll have a look because I haven't watched the live back, but I was in there and that's the way I saw it.
Yeah, and this is why I don't do all this bullshit.
And I believe it was me that addressed the comments first that said, that we're saying about Pearl?
Can someone play it in our page? Did, but the context put out there.
You want me to put it on?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
What, is it 7:32?
Yeah, apparently 7:32 Observer.
Right, give me a sec.
Devon's now live slagging you off. I don't care. Let him do what he wants, and he's got some content.
Yeah, but he's probably not even doing that. This is what I'm saying. Like, people were like, "Oh, he's slagging you off." He's probably not. Is it this one?
Click, scroll. That you're from Pakistan.
Where's Pearl? Pearl ain't requested once. She's not requested, guys. She really isn't.
Right, we're at
Little pricks. You want people of different colour and people to care when you all sat with Pearl, who tormented people of colour for 6 months. So do you want the same level of selectiveness when half of you only care about race and when it's clouted? Someone says a word, you...
Hang on, let me see.
Anyone to act any kind of way. We're adults. Everyone's in charge of their own shit. So don't sit there and say, "Oh, you allow it. You do this, you do that." Nah. We go at the person...
The thing is, you need to watch the whole thing to see if anything's said.
It's really sad to hear people say, "Oh, I'm used to it, so it doesn't affect me."
Let me mute and find it. Hang on.
Well, tell her 6:30, Alicia. 6:30.
It's not that I was hoping that part didn't come up. The fact of the matter is, I need to listen to it to see if her name's mentioned beforehand, because I am pretty sure I said about Pearl first from the comments. So I'm just going to listen.
Her name was in the comments. Yeah, I don't even know. Like I said, I'm only going on what people are saying and what I've seen. And when I changed account to go in there, because I thought if I need to go in the box, I was banned yesterday, so Devon is slating you a bit. I don't care, and she can say whatever he wants about me. Yeah, I'm not calling you a liar. Yeah, I wasn't in there. I can't call anyone a liar when I wasn't in there at the time. I had to switch accounts because I thought I was in there on my main, which is Ada Banana yesterday. So I thought, I'm going to switch accounts, and that's when it kind of escalated. Devon is live. Definitely, he's definitely live. Devon is, because I've had two people message me saying he's live. So,
Alex, will you bring Paige in?
Mate, I've tried to box you, mate. I've requested you loads of times, Frankie. It's weird, mate. It's not letting me cancel invitation, confirm. Try, mate, come in the box. Select the box, mate. What is wrong with these boxes today, man?
They've been glitching for ages, but can you bring Paige in? She just... this is about her. No, I didn't say it was banter from Paige. That was in Top Girls Live, so shut the fuck up.
Yo, bro.
Here we go.
Can I just say one thing? Like, everyone, my friends included, you're all like, Alex, yourself included, everyone's talking about content. You've all just done it. Has anyone actually asked me what I've said or if I mentioned Pearl? Why the fuck is everyone going, she didn't mention Pearl? I did mention her, but for not the race you're saying. No one's actually come and asked me a single thing. Like, no one's asked me. I never once said I didn't mention Pearl. I never once said me and Pearl didn't have a go, like, a back and forth. I never once said any of these things. So I don't get what you're all having a discussion about. I'm not shallow. Get back to reality. Get back to reality, listen to your name. I don't get what you're having a discussion about. I didn't say I didn't mention Pearl. So who said I never mentioned Pearl in that live?
Oi, Alex, I'm not going to start up here, bro, but this conversation is ridiculous, bro. Who gives a shit who let who in? If you don't
that's my point, Frankie, but there's been lives run about me for the past 2 days, but I'm now only been allowed to talk, and now it's pointless and pathetic. Pearl went live for a few days, like however many hours yesterday. Alex and I were talking about it. I never once said I didn't mention her name.
When was Alex
what
talking
I'm confused about is why everyone's coming...
You weren't talking about any
Alex
of this.
wasn't talking about
FYP.
No, not on your live, in Pearl's box. I'm talking about the video I saw.
Yeah,
and everyone coming to my live from your people, Alex, names that are in here, come running in, saying that I called you racist in that live. I've got the screen recordings as well, I'll send you them. on Insta or something, I'll get Alicia or someone to, your comments, I can name at least 5 people in these comments that were running from Michelle's live to Top Girl's live, saying that I called you racist. This is what I'm trying to, about the mix-up comments. I never once called you racist, ever once. In that live, I didn't even mention your name like that. What I did when I was really listing off names was mention people that had either been accused or something else. No, it weren't Alicia that said it in the first place. It was when we was in the box.
Who are the 5 people that have said this? Because if they're in here now, get them in the box and ask them why they've
No,
said
because
that.
that's the thing, Frankie. Then I get called messy, but I'm actually a grown-up, so I don't give a fuck about the 5 people. I'm telling Alex, because it's his platform, and I'm telling him as to why I was getting upset in the comments, having an adult conversation. I don't care about these random 4 fucks with no profile picture or fucking AIs. I really don't, Frankie, mate. But when I'm getting silence in the fucking thingy and everyone's going, oh, you said this, you said that, I brought Power up. I didn't bring her up in general. People were talking about it in the comments. It was you guys, is my point. You guys in the comments are bringing her up. When I'm talking about it, Alicia mentioned her, I mentioned her, Top Girl even mentioned her. Not in horrible ways, but her name was mentioned by nearly every single person on that panel.
Are you on about in Michelle's?
No, in Top Girls where it started. Because
Okay.
if we're going to talk about it, I don't get why you're talking about Michelle's live. When Michelle's live, the reason Torian said there's no need for you to come out is because of Torian was trying to like chill it all down type thing. That was literally it. It was Baby A and Alicia's moment to be going back and forth, honey. We was all catching jokes, listening to the drama. It weren't time for Pearl to come back up and bring it all up again. I'm really baffled. So I could mention her in a horrible way. The woman said that she was obviously happy for me to whatever to do my situation before. So I'm going to go back and forth. I'm allowed to do that. I don't get why you, Alex, Top Girl, comment, anyone can tell me that if someone said something to me, I can't go at it. But you've sat there and gone back and forth, Alex, and like Angie, whatever. No, like you just get to be. I've never once come over and been like, how dare you go back and forth? It's ridiculous. Don't you think it's pathetic? Blah, blah, blah. I let you be for your personal grievances. So why am I not allowed to have my personal grievance with one person?
1 minute, please.
I don't think he's saying you're not allowed the personal grievance, yeah? You can do that all you want. I think he's saying because it's his friend and he respects her, he doesn't want it.
But I'm not slagging, but that's not his. I never come in here to slag her off. I came in here when you was blocking me and getting me fucking muted in the comments. I came in here to say, Alex, I got bombarded yesterday in a live by people that are your people saying that I and like everyone else, me, Alicia and everyone else was running around calling you racist. That's the loads of comments. That's why I wanted to come in here, because I was getting pissed off from yesterday when you kept atting me. And then every live I was in, Alex isn't racist, leave Alex alone, blah, 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 whenever. I don't know if you went live. I don't know what happened. But I never once said that. That on its own is like a lot. There's like loads of people coming in and it's nothing to even do with you. So in my head, I'm getting wound up thinking, why are you making it about you in the general first place? And then you're not letting me up to even explain that. You're making it about the Pearl situation. I didn't once come up here to talk about Pearl, but you've just sat there screaming her name for the past half an hour. I made it like I want to come in here and beef her when I wanted to come in here and discuss that.
Yeah, but the thing is, like I said, unfortunately now, because of previous situations that's
Oh,
happened.
great, another racist. I'm going to go, because what I'm actually not going to do, though, is sit here and be, constantly hounded Alex. Whatever, me and you can have a conversation, but when it's like, it's exactly the same in the Pearl situation, like when Chester comes in, someone else who said mad racist stuff towards me as well. So I'm not going to sit there and obviously like indulge in it all. I can have a conversation with you, that's fine. I came in to tell you about all of your people running around came in and being mixy. You're saying that you listened. The first thing you said at the start of this live, I listened to these people in the comments, yeah? But these people in the comments ran from your live to my live, going back and forward saying that we was all calling you racist. And no one did. No one did at all. So these comments that you're reading from, these mixy people, are running around causing chaos for what reason?
Yeah,
This is what I'm asking you, for what reason? There was no need to bring you into it. And not even, I don't think anyone before the comments even said your name specifically. No one even mentioned you, Alex. We're having a conversation about race. You were not mentioned.
You know why I will be mentioned is because I'm live at the time, and obviously this.
No, Alex, it was the comments. It was the comments. You're not getting what I'm trying to say. They were trying to make out we were calling you racist. Right. That's mixy.
Yeah, but
because if you hear that, you're going to get upset thinking, why are they calling me this? Why are they calling me that? Like you did just do.
Yeah, but what you need to understand is, Paige, you know, when all this shit goes on and that, like, everyone's entitled to their opinions and their feelings and that. But you know what it is, Paige, and this is what I need to people to understand and that. You know, when people, like, you got yourself, like, I'm not so much you, but you know, like Devon doesn't really come in my lives, Paige, right, at all anymore. But if Pearl normally comes in my box, he'll make a way of coming in the comment and saying, very...
But that's not me. I don't know. Like you said about Pearl.
I'm just saying this is
No, I get what you're saying. I get that. But that's what upsets me, Alex, is I don't do that. But I'm getting all the stick for other people acting a certain way. How is that fair? I've been in your life, like, loads of times randomly in the comments. We don't even follow each other no more. And it's never just when Pearl's here. We've been in each other lives where we're at like each other. We've spoke on lives where it's civil in boxes. Like the past few months, this is what I'm so baffled when now everyone runs and turns just because Pearl's pissed off with me. That's fine. She's allowed to be. I'm allowed to be pissed off with her. Me and her are the only two people that are allowed to be pissed off in that situation to do with me and her. Does everyone understand that? And no one else. My people ain't going to her to make her feel a type of way. Alicia is one of my closest friends on this app, and she sits in like with Pearl. And I've never made her feel a type of way about it. So I'm not trying to make out like, oh, no one can go near Pearl or anything like that. But that's how I feel. Because as soon as me and her have a little go back and forward, and it's a back and forward. No one's bullying no one. It's a back and forth. If she's going to say something racist and I'm there talking about race, it's going to get brought up.
Well,
me and her are going to do, but me and her are going to do that back and forth, and that's fine, Alex. She can handle herself. I can handle myself. Do you understand?
I understand ADHD, but can I just get a word in, please? I understand what you're saying. However, she hasn't spoke about you, Paige, at all for months.
And we didn't. I didn't speak about her for months. And the only time we've come forward, Alex, was in that one live. Everyone's acting like this was like a beef brought over from lives and lives, Alex. One live where I didn't like something, I saw something I didn't like. She responded back to something that she didn't like what I said. That's literally all it was.
I've just listened to the replay of Michelle's, and Paigey said at that 7:32 that people are selective because people sit with Pearl after she was going at people for months and blah, blah, blah. So if I was wrong, I'll hold my hands up if I was wrong. But then she went on to say everybody's name. She said, where's your outrage for Zach, for EQ, for Sophie, for Sussiest, for this, for that? So that's how it went down.
Do you understand now why the comments... And,
that's not what was said to Pearl, though, is it? It was just...
Yeah, no.
Because the people that were pissed off, like, obviously Top Girl was offended by what was said, rightfully so. But I think the point was, where was the outrage when Pearl said what she said? Because people are friends with Pearl now. So that's what
and that was the
said.
thing. Yeah, and Alex, you'll forget...
I'll say I was wrong.
But we was in a live. We weren't in a live where it was a live about Pearl or a live about Paige, yeah? We weren't doing it where we was talking about each other. We was in a mutual friends' lives. The people that I was in was her friends and my friends. Do you understand that? Like, so no one was being like, I don't get what you think, like, people would choose me over. I don't get what you think this is in Michelle's live. When has Michelle ever done that, ever? In them situations, she lets people just do what she wants to do. I'm very confused. I'm allowed to have a personal grievance with this lady. Forget about the racism stuff. It was after that. Anyone that tells me I deserve to be burnt, then I'm sorry, that's it, we're done. And I'm allowed to feel like that. If she's allowed to say to me, come and do this and link up, blah, blah, blah. I've not got one single one of my friends for squashing the beef with Pearl this shit or chilling with her regardless to do anything else. I've not got a single person. But then I'm getting compared to Dev and all these people like I'm running around just like chasing her and fighting her. What I've gone through with Pearl is a lot deeper than just some of these fucking bullshit back and forth and what you're going through, things that she's actually said.
Yeah, can we try and get Pearl in here, guys, please? Because, you know, I don't feel comfortable.
My thing was yesterday, because I was there, I knew that there wasn't hatred being put towards Pearl. So this is my thing, like, there was nothing being put towards her. And Paigey was just saying, this is selective, because none of you said one word when this was happening. Like, nobody said anything. They were all going at Paigey, because she got the brunt of most of it, let's be honest. But there was nothing towards Pearl. And Michelle would have let her in the box. I would have let her in the box. But she come at the wrong time. It wasn't a case of, oh, you can't. It was just that it wasn't like nobody saw it that Pearl was being attacked. So it felt like she didn't need to come in to defend herself because no one was dragging her. You know, and the time she had come, you know how lives go, it switched up to something else where I was saying to Baby A that she's part of a child doxing ring because she is. But that's a whole different story.
Yeah, I think you need to, Paige, I think you need to go and have a chat with your friend as well.
Who?
Devon, because he's literally said on his live.
This is the thing, Alex, I'm not doing...
He's mentioning you. This is what I mean. This is what I'm telling you, because he's mentioned you. He said, Alex will let Paige up to drag Pearl, so then she becomes a victim.
No, but that's Alex. But guess what? And like you just said, this is what I'm saying. I don't care. This is what I'm saying. Everyone makes that Alex.
The thing is, if you're getting mentioned, surely you should.
No, I don't care. I cared about Pearl because she said something directly towards me. One of my biggest triggers and traumas in my whole entire life that happened to accidentally get caught on camera, Alex. That's the only reason I've got such this thing towards her. All of these people that have said racist stuff, like, I don't care. I don't think anyone gets it. I don't care what Devon does. Like, neither should you. Why do we get irate because someone's done a box? I don't give a shit. Like, respectfully, I get what you're saying, but I don't care. I'm telling you, selective is not being selectiveness because in the same way, I didn't sit there and scream about anything else. No content without Pearl. Chester, you don't have any content.
Ignore it, Paige. Ignore it.
Is he kidding? No, because I've got to ignore raises, but then it's fine. I'm so baffled. I do charity work on it. I do poetry. I do educational. I do actual content. Chester sits there with a Botox face and I can't say nothing in the comments.
Come on, no.
Even in the comments, it's being mixed up. Like, no one's dragging Pearl. No one has dragged Pearl. Like, Pearl, I don't know if you saw any of what was said, but yesterday when you come to request the box, it had all passed by them, but there was no hatred put towards you in that live, in my opinion, and that's why, like, when you come in, it had moved on, and there was other people in the box kicking off about something else, and the boxes were full. Michelle would have let you in, and I would have let you in.
Can I just say, all of this started because Paige decided to run with lies.
See what I mean? Wow.
Well, are you willing to look at the video, Paige?
What lie did I run with?
Right, Alex, I've just sent you it on WhatsApp. If you don't mind, can you just play what I've just sent you on WhatsApp, please?
Well, I'm an adult, Sandy. Tell me what I said. I'll say if I said it or
not.
not.
I told everybody over the app page that I called you a dirty Kent, or I called you.
And then I said I was. And then I said you didn't say it in that live when it got played. I said, oh, maybe it was a different live that I'm getting that confused. But what I got annoyed about was you telling me to quieten down, little girl. So I've already said that you didn't say that. So what next?
So what's the problem? When do I ever speak
exactly. What's the problem? I didn't go live about you.
Well,
so I said you didn't say that, and I said I got it wrong because I was upset.
When do I ever speak on you? I don't mention
When did I say you did speak on me, Pearl?
But every time you go live, you speak about me.
Every time I go live, I speak about you, or in a box where you've gone. Every time. The last live I've done was a fucking awareness live for my friend who passed away. The time before that I spent crying because we lost her, and again we were talking about other stuff. The time before that I was doing poetry. I haven't spoke about racism on a whole, Pearl, in months because everyone told me to shut the fuck up about it. So I don't get this is the maddest thing. You are one of the worst ones that listen to the comments, get all riled up, but I'm the aggressive one. I've never once said you sit there every day. I've never once said you sit there talking about me every day.
Speak on a level. Am I shouting at you?
I'm not shouting. This is not me. Do you want me to shout so I can show you the difference between me shouting? Because I'm just loud and I can't help being loud. Unless I take out my fucking, my throat, I don't get what you want me to my voice box. I don't get what you want me to do, Paul. This is not me shouting. Well, I'm exactly
right back at you. I do not know what you want me to do. Because between you and Devon...
Paul, I haven't spoke about... I've made 2 jokes about you in a box, but you was in.
Well,
you was making racial banter.
About you. I don't joke about you.
And I didn't say you did joke about me. I didn't want to say
tried to make that the other day that I'd come in and mentioned about racist burgers, this, that and the other. I mentioned nothing. Right, Alex, I'm not even arguing my point. Alex, please.
This is not an argument. Do you know what?
No, just let's listen to the video. So everybody can hear what exactly happened in that live.
Give me a sec. I'll send it over, mate. Give me 2 secs.
It doesn't need to be an argument.
Thank you, everybody.
Is there a specific part?
No, you got to run the whole video. I don't run it at all. We're not doing pick parts to make people look. I run the video and say everything I said. Run the whole video.
Alex, run the whole video, Alex. Thank you.
All right, I'll run the whole video. Don't worry. Give me a second.
Alex, run the whole video, though.
I will run the whole video. Give me a second. It's just loading now. So I have to send it over to the other WhatsApp.
Sorry, Alex, I didn't mean to shout there. You couldn't hear us.
No, don't worry. The thing is, if this can somewhat get fucking resolved, then I'm happy for it, you know what I mean? And obviously it's not going to be a resolvement. However, if we can move on from this absolute situation, back and forth, comments, go running with things and all that stuff, then, you know what I mean, albeit, so. Here we go.
I'm fighting sisters.
You'll get sorted out, you don't.
You don't know about me, I'm nothing. I'm insane chocolate.
And there's a middle box there. Can someone fill it, please? Guys, well done for getting to 30k likes.
Listen to you, Mr. Mod.
Can we get to like 150 shares though?
I'm making a stew at this time of night. I must be mad.
Is that the real Pearl price in the comments?
Yeah. Right,
oh my gosh. Hi, Pearl price.
What egg?
Pearl, I'm really upset that you never made a burger on me, by the way.
Imagine begging.
Did you make one on me? I'll give you the ingredients.
You weren't important enough or black enough for a burger.
I don't want to be black enough. Are you crazy?
Well, there you go then. That's why you didn't get one.
I thought that was really funny.
That's why you didn't get one.
Thank you, Pearl price.
Only extreme racism, thank you. No light skin.
Guys, no racism talk.
I'm putting yellow hearts in my name, by the way, for Pearl.
You made me sick.
Look, she said she'll make you, Mum.
Oh my gosh, can you actually put chocolate in there? Like, we'll use dark chocolate so it's not too sweet.
Come on, Hoop.
Oh, brilliant.
Disgusting!
Paige.
What? Shut your stinking
I've
mouth.
got stage fright Pearl's here. I'm going to go on mute.
I think it's just safe I go on mute for the sake of Christmas.
Of course I'll make a burger called after you. Just tell us a name and I'll sort it.
Thank you. Pearl, I'm going to give you a follow because I love you.
Go on then, Babby. I'll follow you back.
You're such a clout chaser.
Wow, 2025 and Pearl's following black people. Maybe the world is changing.
Paige!
Paige, I'll drop you out of the box. Don't ever come for Pearl again.
The box, I'm not... Boo! Oh.
And Pearl, I apologise.
Oh, I'm so sad.
You don't have to apologise, Babby.
And why are we gifting Paigey baby and not Pearl?
I'm not gifting her.
No, I'm saying people are gifting
Pearl does not gift black people. Don't be so silly.
This is
Oh my God,
Hey,
guys.
shut your mouth. Who's interested in you trying to...
Pearl, it's Christmas. Don't say shut my mouth.
Oh,
No, I
Paige,
don't
you
want you to speak to me. I don't want to speak to you.
I didn't talk to you. I spoke about you, Pearl.
Right, well,
Don't
don't
be so
speak
rude.
about us then.
Don't be so rude, Pearl.
I'll be as rude as I like.
Don't be so rude at Christmas, babe.
I will be rude as I like, babe.
Oh, okay, so don't mind me when I'm rude then. Honey.
Paige, this is a kind life.
Little girl, shut up.
Who are you talking?
Whoa.
Okay, I was making a joke. Now tell me,
Right, well, I'm
first and
making a
foremost,
joke
go get in your van
Please
and
don't
defrost your
speak to me.
shitty
Don't
little
you
cunt
speak to
burgers,
me with your
mate.
shitty
Go
little
and
attitude.
defrost your shitty little cunt
Speak to
burgers
me
that no
with
one
your shitty
buys.
little attitude.
I'm sorry I don't like racism. I'm
Well, I'm
sorry.
sorry I don't like
Let me
you.
go and be friends with the people that call Top Girl the P word.
I don't want to be your friend. I don't
Shut
like
your
you.
stinking mouth. Don't call me
If
out.
I don't like you, do you not understand?
I don't need you to like me.
Well, there you go then, so don't speak to me.
I didn't talk to you. I spoke about you.
Well, you've been talking about us. Don't make yourself important. I'm not speaking about you. Don't speak about me.
I could do what I like.
Know your place.
Can we be nice now, people?
Know my place.
Yes.
Okay, my place is the same way yours
I've come in to say hi to everybody.
And you can say hi.
Like, guys, stop, man. It's for fuck's sake.
Top girl and everybody else. Bye, baby. See you later.
I love you, Pearl.
This is Top Girls Live.
What the hell, man?
I'm going to beef Devin now. Devin, your waste, man.
Is this the... I thought we were playing Michelle's Love as well. I'm really confused.
All I kept saying was Devin saying... I'm out the box now, Alex. So that's how that all started off. I don't know.
Yeah, so I don't get what. So I made a joke because you was making up a joke about something that obviously affected me. You come up joking with Chocolate about the racist burgers you made, the EDL Tommy Robinson burgers.
Where did I make a joke about?
You said I'll make a burger for you, me baby. Chocolate said, "Can I have a racist burger made?"
No, Chocolate never said that, Paige. You're doing it again with your lies.
Pearl, in the comments,
it was never said. Everybody just listen to it. Stop with your fucking lies.
Pearl, are you? So I can't
Alex,
shout,
listen,
but you can shout. So you can get
this
upset.
Is going nowhere. I don't like her. She doesn't like me. That's the best way to leave it. She's a born-faced fucking liar. You'd have just listened to the video, and none of that was said.
But that's not the lie you're talking about all day.
I'm talking. Chocolate said to me, "Will you make us a burger?"
Yeah, and then when you jumped up,
I'll give you the
I said,
ingredients. I said yes, baby.
Oh my God, are you going to let me talk now? Are you going to let me talk?
And I'll make it.
Are you going to let me talk
Alex,
now? Are you just going to scream? Oh, so she can scream. Okay, Alex, that's cool. I forgot. So I've got to remain calm, but she can scream.
She's not screaming though. There was a lot of goading before starting.
Are you actually kidding me? I said, she's jumped up and I said to Chocolate, you can hear me at the start saying, why would you want a racist burger made for you? You're not black enough, as a joke, yeah? And then he went, no, I'm not black enough, but that's why I want it, because I'm racist. Like, that kind of banter, that was banter. We was bantering, yeah?
But that was not said though. That was not said.
Oh my God.
I've just played
He
the
was
live.
saying he wanted a burger, like taking the piss out of the EDL burger thing.
That's what he was talking about. Yeah, in the comments.
Yeah,
the EDL burgers. That's why chocolate was.
But he
That's why
wasn't mentioned though. Like, well, Pearl doesn't understand. If he meant that way, that's how you've taken it. But that's not how Pearl's taking it.
Yeah, and that's where the mix-up here lies, that people are...
So, because she took it a different way, I'm lying, even though me and the guy that was talking...
Yeah, you're only going to know in your page, you're only going to know how you've taken it.
No, but chocolate knows my point. That's my point. In the space, even Top Girl, you can hear Top Girl joking, yeah, and she went, oh, let's not make it a race live. That was still banter, by the way, that point, yeah? That was still jokes.
Because you kept mentioning...
No, Alex, listen to what I'm saying. It was banter... Even Top Girl, you can hear Top Girl's difference when she got upset in the live saying everyone stop. Yeah, you can hear the difference. Surely you can hear the tone. Surely. So when me and Chocolate are going back and forth and you can hear we're joking and she's coming up in there saying that, I'm allowed, I'm saying, when it's in a space that I'm already in, I'm allowed when it's that deep, when me and her don't like each other, I'm allowed to make a little bit of banter or whatever for my own personal sanity and sake. I'm allowed to make banter with someone I don't like. This is my point. You heard her just shout back in the thing as well. In the video, you heard her shout at me back and forth, but this is what I'm trying to say. So I don't get why it's all on me. So I'm not allowed to have banter when someone comes into my space who I believe to have racist connotations, but I've got to move and I've got to be quiet, but she can have banter. I'm very confused. I don't get it. I said it was banter. That was my banter. It was banter to Chocolate. It was banter to everyone else in the box that got it.
But if we were going to be honest with ourselves here, right? Everyone can say someone's done something that they don't agree with here and that. But do you not feel that you was goading Pearl?
I'm allowed to goad. If I think someone's Alex, listen. I'm allowed to. If I want to goad a racist in a bantery way, this is what I think is crazy. Why, me and her can have a back and forth. That's up to her. If she don't like me, that's fine. You lot that have your own opinion. Why am I not allowed?
You can have your feelings are going to be valid over a certain.
No, with Pearl. Listen to what I just said. Why can't I not go back and forth with her? Or goad her like you're saying, if I believe her to be, if she's racist or being racist to me, or she said that I can do this or I can do that, why am I not allowed to?
But Paige, you've just said that you don't talk on racism no more because of...
On my own live, Alex.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So why would you want to raise it in other people's lives and that and make it...
Because I banter about it now, because I'm sick of it. Because I got told I was a joke for the whole 6 months that I was doing it. And going through stuff, blah, blah, blah. And you can clearly see that I'm not going in there going, Pearl, be a better person. How dare you, Pearl? You don't like black people. I never said that.
Up the burger thing. This is the thing. And she's run banter while Chocolate's running banter. And it's been taken the wrong way. Maybe they can't banter or whatever, however it is. But Paige is not the one who saw Pearl and started going at her like it was the burger thing back.
Oh, the boxes are all messed up. I can't see you. Oh, sorry. I know you're in here, but I can't see. The boxes are all messed up.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. The boxes are all messed up, man.
So, firstly, I just want to say, can I just talk? Chocolate asked me, could I make him a burger? Nothing about racism was mentioned. So I said, yes. He said, I'll send you the ingredients. Then I came up into the box because I wanted to say hello to everybody. Then straight away, Paige starts saying, of course she's not going to make you a burger because you're not something and you're not black enough. Something like that. Nobody was mentioning anything, only Paige. So to me, that was not banter. I don't speak on Paige and I'm sick of her speaking on me. I don't mention her or Devon, but every live they spark up. And I know Devon's in the comments.
Every live?
Like Devon's had a live about us today. I expected to go on for 16 hours, right?
Not even been live. That's the maddest thing.
Yeah.
You can say what you want, but every live I don't run up a live on
you, Paige, and I don't want you to speak on me.
You did. You shouted over me literally until you left the box, Pearl. But all right, I'll mute. You literally just... No, it's fine. You go on. Carry on.
I'm just saying, I don't want to speak to you. You don't want to speak to me. So... I
don't get this. Is not a kumbaya. If I want to say something about you, right, in a box where I'm saying something, grow the fuck up as TikTok. You've had Angie go back and forth with you. You've had Alex. Everyone falls out. I'm not begging you or running down, Pearl. I'm not begging you or getting on your back every day chatting shit about you, being like, please be friends with me, please be friends with me, let's make it. I never said that once. I'm allowed to not like you same way. This is crazy to me. So don't tell me you talk about so many people. I watched you in a box the other day talking about someone having an argument with this person and that person. You was in another box somewhere else, and I'm not sitting there saying to everyone else, don't say this, Pearl, don't say that. Say what you want to say, and that's it. I don't get it.
So you stalk me around the app, basically.
Well, I'm not allowed in Top Girls and that. All right, sorry. Do you know what? I won't go in any person that I like if Pearl's there because I'm a stalker now.
I feel flattered, actually.
No, it's all right. I won't go nowhere because the rest I can't. So I'll stay out of the way. I
feel like I'm fangirled over.
No, this isn't fair because we all sit in spaces like we all go into Top Girls and we all go into Michelle's, and I don't think anyone's stalking anyone around the app. And Paige has not been live for a while, Pearl, but I just think.
Well, she obviously watching us, Alicia.
It was taken wrong the other day.
She's seen us there. She's seen us there. When you've
sit with some of my friends. Like, what do you want me to do? Like, come off the app?
Friends too.
Exactly. I didn't say they couldn't be.
Come on now. Stop.
Oh wait, so now I raise my voice once. It's come on now. Are you?
No, but no one's shouting. Paige, no one's shouting in here. No one's shouting. They really are.
Are you being serious? Are you actually being? Are you being deadly serious?
Only when someone's tried to get their.
Are you not?
Paige, come on.
People, we all sit in similar places. We've got mutual friends. People can sit there or they cannot, like whatever. But I don't think anyone's stalking anyone around the app. I think it's just something the other day got out of hand. But the core issue here is the stuff in Michelle's live yesterday. Like, it wasn't an attack on Pearl. That's why Torian said, no, you don't need to come in, Pearl, to speak about it. The stuff in Top Girls, I'm sure that's been sorted out.
No, because I've heard Paige is still mentioning Top Girls today and trying to tell Clarice that I'd called her a dirty Kent when...
What, first and foremost, don't bring Top Girl into it. Me and Top Girl spoke literally 10 minutes ago off the app.
I've never mentioned
so you don't need to bring Top Girl into it.
I've never mentioned Top Girl. Where in that sentence did I mention Top Girl?
I'm talking about in general with Carrison.
Can I just butt in, please? Right. Let me just go for the chats in here. I know you stand up for your friend. I respect it. I respect the loyalty, right? But let me just tell you for a fact now, Paige was talking for a while before Pearl was even in the live, so please don't say this is one-sided. Paige has been allowed to have a lot to say before Pearl got in this live.
So don't read out Alex, that's ridiculous. You've read out 2 comments. The whole comments can't stand me. You've read out 2 comments that are for me. Read out every single comment now. Read out every single comment with a yellow heart telling me to go and die. Go read out that one.
No, I'm on about the one. No, it's been a few people. TikToker, Chunky Girl. There's a few others that were saying it as well.
Well, there's 3 people in that like me. Wow, sorry.
Oh, shit, I didn't know.
There's 3 people that like me as well. Fucking hell, Alex, mate. There's 4. There's 4 now. There's 4 people that like me. Go and cuss them out as well. But ignore the hundreds of people telling me and completely taking down and disregarding my whole character as a person and everything I stand on and completely gaslighting me. So what you're going to do is you call out them 4 people. That's 5 people feel like cunts, Alex. The rest of them, they're allowed to. You're talking about selectiveness. Alex, if you were so non-selective, regardless of Pearl's your friend, but you would not let random cunts say the most disgusting things in these comments, drag me on a consistent basis, and then only call out Alex, and then only call up Alex, and then only call up 3 comments. You've only called up 3 comments.
It's the only ones I've seen, right? Because I apologise.
Okay, all right.
Look, Paige, please, right? Just because, right, you're the loudest in the room doesn't make your point more valid. Because that's the problem with this app. People think that people need to shout to get their point across when we really don't.
Can I just say one thing? I'm a loud person, no one else. If someone had like a speech impediment, for instance, you would not fucking keep going on about it this much. This is my voice. Do you want me to shout quickly forward, just for you, Alex? Freak my neighbours out, just so you can hear me shouting. Do you want me to show you quickly?
No, do not. Please don't.
No, but that's my point. This is not me shouting, so I'm asking you kindly for the 4th time. Can you stop? Because this is just my normal voice.
You speak slow, but Alex, the comments, like a few people have said as well, how like the comments were not very nice. And obviously, there's people who like Pearl and don't like Paige. There's people who like Paige and don't like Pearl.
I'm on about when they mention me. I'm not talking about people be disagreeing against Pearl or disagreeing against Paige. I'm on about the ones that have tagged me, Alicia. I'm talking about that. Not no one else. It's my live. I'm talking about the people that have addressed me, not the people that are sticking up for Paige, not the people that are sticking up for Pearl, because that's going to happen in every live. There's going to be different communities in here supporting different people. But when people tag me and direct it at me, I'm going to respond, and You know what I mean? That's how it is. That's how your life is. If people tag me and and say Alex this, Alex that, I'm going to respond. I respond to my comments.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. It's just the comments have been quite bad. Like some of the people in the comments have been quite bad towards
Alicia, this is Alex's live. Those
yeah,
are not the support page in here.
No, that's absolutely fine. But people don't need to be nasty. Like nobody needs to be.
This is where you're wrong, Frankie. This is why everyone's talking about divide. Our groups have mixed more this year towards the end of the year than you fucking realise. So many of my people, I've got some of my mods are either Queen's mods or fucking even Alex's. Alicia sits of, like, this is our group of people. We float in and out. We've got top girlies in between. It's not like fucking March when it was us versus them and that's how it felt on the app no more. The only people that have a problem are me and Pearl. Let's be so fucking real. And Devon is, I can't speak for another fucking man on this app, but that's the only two people that got a problem. Everyone, me and Alex, I said, have even sat on stages together apart when it comes to certain situations like this. So some of you guys in the comments have been very nice and kind to me when it's like, you know, you want me to do this or you find this funny, but when you want to back someone, whether blindly or not, you want to tear me down. My point is, why are you all moaning at me, one person, for tearing Pearl down, but thousands of you, there's 1.9 of you that can tear me down? This is why I will never fucking stop.
I'm just saying, like,
the hypocrisy is crazy. You're all having a go at me for bullying a woman, so you're saying, but thousands of you in the comments can sit there and talk to me like a piece of shit.
Yeah, well, Paige, what I'm saying, if you went live, the comments...
No, I'm asking in the comments though, Frankie, I don't get it. Like, so,
yeah,
am I not allowed to talk to
if you let me speak, yeah, if you went live, your comments would probably go at Pearl.
Yeah, but Frankie,
no, they wouldn't, because we don't. That's not how we go in my life, Frankie, so no.
Any nasty comments that are just downright nasty, there's absolutely no need. I would mute people for the pure fact that there is absolutely no need for that when things have moved on so much from what they were.
He's turned the comments off 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, and that's
but people are adults and they should think to themselves. Like, would you like to be spoken to like that? Like the way some of you in the comments are going on. How would you like it if someone spoke to one of your family members like that? Like, there's absolutely no need.
It wouldn't run, would it? It wouldn't run if someone spoke to
You can have an opinion.
It's
me. It's literally about me and Pearl. Like, the conversation is about me and Pearl having a conversation, or the discussion that me and Pearl had. So this is why I'm here. It's not about me. It's about me and Pearl. Guess what? It's not about you fucks in the comments. Like, with the biggest respect that are trolling me or Pearl, respectfully, it's not about you guys. So guess who's actual unentitled, self-entitled little pricks here? It's you guys that are trolling anyone in the boxes in terms of you're not in the conversation. Like, let's be so real.
You like you just said, like, you're obviously naturally a loud person, yeah? So if obviously you're more louder than, let's say, Pearl, and Pearl can't get her word across and she has to raise her voice, people are then saying, oh, why is Pearl shouting over Paige? When sometimes, because you're louder than naturally Pearl's going to raise her voice to try and get her point across.
Yeah, but that's fine.
Yeah, but people are blaming Pearl.
So why are you listening to the comments again is my point then. So I can't listen to the comments and get upset, but you're going to listen to them and they're just telling you to run your life.
I'm interacting with people in the chat. That's what I mean. I do it all the time. They're not trolls. These are real people. These are people in my live every day.
They're not. If they're in your live every day, you've just said they're my people and they're coming at you for disagreeing. Do you not hear my point?
No, because you're not understanding. They're literally stating to me.
So why can't me and Pearl both shout? That's my point. Why does it matter?
What I'm saying, listen, if it's between you and Pearl, why don't you go off the app and talk about it? You're going to get people talking shit in the comments because you're on fucking TikTok. You're on a platform where people are watching you argue. People are going to speak.
Yeah, of course, 100%. But people can have an opinion without being pieces of shit, is my point here.
Yeah, I agree. But they are here, though, Alicia. You know how it goes. Well. They're going to speak. They're going to talk shit because they're not in the firing line.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just going to talk like this because I'm terrified.
Oh, thank God for that, Paige.
Everyone keeps saying that I'm shouting, so if you call me patronising or whispering, go and suck your left toe because I can't talk normally. So now I'll have to talk like this, okay? Does everyone feel comfortable?
This is an ASMR live.
Is everyone comfortable like this? Can everyone stop shouting at me now? Is that okay?
I bet you any money. Do you know what it is now? I bet there's fucking kids watching on these lives now and being fucking hanging their heads in shame.
Well, can you stop swearing then, please, Alex?
You know what? No, I've had enough.
I don't think kids should be watching lives anyway.
Kids watching and you're swearing.
My 13-year-old.
The truth of the matter is, are Paige and Pearl willing to sort this out?
Are you willing to have a conversation to dead it? You don't have to. I'm just asking. Away from all the people on here.
Or even if they're willing to sort it, turn the comments off. Me and you are mute and let them talk. What I'm saying, if you're not going to sort this out, then just move on from it. It's pathetic shit.
I've moved on. I've actually moved on. I don't mention anybody.
We don't. That's fine. That's not what they asked.
So he is willing to talk, or?
I always have to answer first, then I get told off. So I'm going to wait now for everyone else to speak, and then I'll go off the back of that, because I get anything that I say yes or no, I'm just going to get shunned for. So we'll let her speak. Cause
Pearl, are you willing to sort this out with Paige?
Like, how? I don't understand.
Just come to a mutual that things have been said in the past, and you're adults, and you can move on.
It's left in the past for me. It's gone.
Paige?
Oh, it's been. This isn't. Frankie, I love you to bits, whatever. Don't really know you, but.
Listen, come on,
No, Frankie, I'm saying this is ridiculous. It's the internet. It's ridiculous. And this whole thing as well, I love everyone, but this whole, like, New Year 2025, I don't know about anyone else, but did everyone else's, like, chemical balances change when at 11:59 then, when it hit midnight and we're all new people? Is everything gone, forgotten, all the traumas, all the bullshit? Is everyone just new? Is it not? Because am I broken? Am I broken?
I don't think anyone's chemical.
No, it is. Funny enough, Paige, you said that, but that was my point the other day when I was saying about all people sitting with these people that have said the worst about them and that, and just trying to make amends. And I'm thinking to myself, to me, that sounds a bit strange that you can forget about all this horrendous stuff that you've been slated for. You've had your kids talked about. You've been the most horrendous thing, basically insinuated, and get social services phone. You're sitting with these people, and I'm thinking to myself, like, what? All of a sudden, overnight, you change because it's a new year. Come on, let's not be out. And then literally, I got called out for that. You know what you've just literally said.
No, it baffles me, Alex. I'm not going to lie, it baffles me, because I'm like, am I broken?
I'm not saying like, oh, you have to forgive everyone who's ever said anything that's upset you or whatever. I'm not saying any of this. I'm just saying because you get the shit from all of this all the time. Even if it's someone else who brings Pearl up, people will bring you up. Like,
that's what I mean, Alicia. I don't get
what you're going through in the real life. So I'm just saying, for peace of mind, you don't have to be friends. You don't have to forgive.
What I'm saying is, you know, if somebody had to come onto my platform and mention Paige, straight away, my mods are on it and they'd be out. And at end of, I wouldn't allow.
They're like that in my life, but it's not my life.
Yeah, so it just proves the point is not you two guys, it's the people in the comments, people in boxes. So what I'm saying now, draw a line under it, you're big adults, and say, you know what, let's move on, man. We're not doing this for entertainment.
But I also understand. Oh, do you know what? This is not the room.
Can I just say as well,
do you know what? It's not the room.
Paige hasn't been doing lives about Pearl. Like, honestly,
I'm not saying she has.
No one gets it. Like, this ain't the room for me.
I'm just saying to the comments, because everyone's saying, oh, she's.
Alex, turn the comments off a minute, bro.
When she's been live, she's been battling and having a good time and doing whatever. And then she done a live for her friend who passed away. And then I think she's been live once. And then she's been in a couple of boxes.
This is the thing. I just saw another Mantis lady. Paige has no content about Pearl. I need all of you lot. Especially the ones that manage my TikTok. Do you know what content is? This isn't content, by the way. Live streaming, that's not content.
Listening to the comments
live streaming is live stream. Oh, and I'm not allowed, so everyone else can
well,
get
there's been
everyone does Pearl. So why are you in? Like, why?
Everybody, there was lots of people said all kinds about me, and I reacted to them. No,
but you haven't. But Alex has. Alicia may have. Am I not allowed?
I'm not Alex, and I'm not you. And
exactly, you're not me. So why are you not getting at me?
All right,
do you know what?
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
So I take it as a no for sorting out, guys, yeah?
I'm done. It's left behind. I haven't carried anything on. I've never mentioned anybody. It's done for me. It's deaded. So
I just want Paige to be able to go into like our friends' spaces and not be attacked when she's in the comments or when she gets into the box or, you know, anything she says.
From me?
No. I'm saying like where people attack her and say to her, oh, you're doing this and you're wrong for that. Like it's a lot.
Yeah, I get that, but that ain't happening over here, though, Alicia. We never sell Paige. She can't come over. Any about one?
We said, considering if you think back to March last year, Frankie, I don't think you was around, but it was wild on this app, and it was very much us versus them. And now things are a lot calmer, and people can sit in the same spaces. Like people are saying about Devon. I've seen Devon sat in boxes where Pearl is, and they might not speak to each other, but it's not a big thing. Do you know what I mean? So
that's what I'm saying. I'm confused because Devon comes in my live, Alex live, I'll go in Devon's live. Now today, it seems like everyone hates each other. I feel like I've missed the chapter.
No,
I just think Paige gets the shit end of the stick a lot, and Paige gets the blame for things a lot, and I don't think it's fair. Is my point here? Like,
Alicia, I could go right back at that, and everybody that comes into mine knows it on a daily basis, and never more than a few comments up. Where I say to my mods, just leave them alone. I don't react to the comments. This is all day, and every time I go live, I get it.
It does. If you watch the live, you'll know, Alicia. You see it.
Yeah, I'm not disputing that. I just like, obviously, Paige is my friend, and I see the shit that she gets. Do you know what I mean? And
Where does she get shit from, though, Alicia?
Just anywhere, like if she's in Top Girls Live, like the other day, she got in a box. Someone started attacking her for no reason. Someone she didn't know, you know, and then she had someone else attack. No. I'm not saying that everything is to do with Pearl, because it's not. But then you'll get the people, like someone will start saying something to her in a box, going, and then you'll get the people in the comments going, yeah, and she don't leave Pearl alone. And then it just escalates and escalates. And that's why no one has to forgive anyone. No one has to be friends. No one has to kiki with each other. But I'm saying for my friends...
big enough and adult enough to be in the same rooms. Just how you've said, Devon can be in the same room where I'm at. We don't at each other. We don't speak to each other.
Yeah.
Like, we're adults. And if that person's not bothering you, then you're not itching to be speaking to them. And that's how I feel about it.
But even the other day, I feel like that was taken the wrong way. I don't think she was trying to be vicious or nasty. I think it was just taken the wrong way. And obviously,
I've gone in there, right? Can I put it on the other end then, Alicia? Right. So when Mr. Chocolate said to me, he was the one who asked me, could I make him a burger? I said, yes. He said, I'll even send you the ingredients. So then I jumped up in the box and I said, of course I'll make you a burger, Babby. Tell me what you want in it and I'll make it. Paige had to turn around straight away and said, begging for a burger made off a racist, you're not something and you're not black enough. If I had said, I'm not making you a burger because you're not black enough, the whole app would have been in an uproar. Do you understand?
No, I get that, but I do think, like, Paige, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was just she was running along with the banter. Like, Paige has got banter. We heavily abuse each other on a daily basis.
Pal, someone a few months ago to you said something discriminatory towards the Gypsy and Traveller community, but then they made it all about them for months and months, and then they said that you're the one bullying them, and then you was in spaces with your friends, you're going to make, people are making banter towards the Gypsy and Traveller community. Are you not going to make any kind of banter, or you're not going to get angry? Are you just going to ignore it and drop?
Well, I wouldn't bring it up for no reason, no.
No, I'm saying if the connotations went, because I know what chocolate meant. You may not, but he's my friend. Remember that, yeah? So I know what he was. I know what he meant. I know what he implies. He trolls me about it all the time in terms of you. So I knew what he meant. This is another reason why I was being gaslit. I knew what my friend meant. Can I please finish? Please, can I finish?
Because I obviously didn't know what he meant, and I didn't take it as any of that because there was no bad, like, thoughts in my head about anything. So I took that as innocent as the day was long.
Okay, let me know when I can finish. Because I'm getting too wound up. Keep going over it. I'm getting... Pardon?
I'm not keep going over this Page. You listen.
Well, there you go. So you have a calm conversation. Go over it. My point... Okay. So when you could just sit there and talk... I've only just unmuted. You just spoke about me, the situation with Alicia, but you can't talk to me about it. You're going to go over it. And this is exactly what I mean. I don't get a fucking chance to speak or breathe, and then I get wound up, and then everyone wonders why I talk loud.
Go on, just speak then, Paige.
No, but this is my problem. When I'm calm or not calm, even just a minute ago, I was addressing a comment talking about content. And it was like sticking up for everyone, even in the boxes in general, like not even a thing towards me and her. She's come and shut me down. Alex, you didn't say a word. So you are just, it's fine. You're biased towards your friend. That's fine. Neither did you, Frankie. Neither did the comment. No one sat down and said, oh, do you know what, pal? Let her talk a minute because she's not actually coming for you now, pal. And we've just made sure you shut her down. Frankie, I'm not saying I'm mute to like have a go. I'm just using an example. Please let me land and I can stop. My point was, it's one way for one and one for another. That's absolutely fine. But when I'm talking and saying things that I knew what the intent was, I know, like, I can very much see how Pearl goes on in this app and reactive person, right? Same way I may be. I know if someone was sitting there saying things, whether it was off the cusp, whether it was intentional or not intentional, yeah, micro or macro, about the Gypsy and Traveller community, she would not have that and sit in that space with them and key when they're making set jokes when you know it's going towards that or to do with a certain time where they were directing it and cussing out the Gypsy and Traveller community. She's not going to sit there.
Yeah, do you know, like a few minutes ago when you was talking and that, your tone was so much calmer. And this is what I mean when you say...
But you can't, that's emotion, Alex.
Yeah, I know.
1 minute I'm crying, 1 minute I'm upset, I'm seeing things, I'm triggered, right? That's called emotion. I think you're psychopathic and psychotic, to be honest. In a high volatile and stressed out situation, sociopathy can definitely come through if you're sitting there very calm faced, one tone the whole time, either that or you're monotone. I don't know a single person with real emotions, human emotions, that are passionate about a conversation that can sit there monotone and can calculate and manipulate their tone of voice the whole time. I promise you, Alex, I don't know.
This is the thing, like Paige wears, and I was saying it the other day, Paige wears her heart on her sleeve, and if she feels a type of way, she won't hold it in. She'll if she's upset, you'll know she's upset. If she's angry, if she's happy, whatever.
Yeah, I understand that.
And so does Pearl. That's the thing. That's what drew me to Pearl in the first place. And everyone's forgetting in the first place, I met Pearl not through Andrew or anything else. I used to sit in her live watch and I used to gift her. And I'm not one of these people I don't hold shame in that. I'm not one of you internet people that sit there and think I'm the biggest, baddest person in the world. I'm very aware I'm a small creator. I'm very aware. But my point is, Pearl can say what she wants and da-da-da. I'm talking about her reactiveness. Forget about racism, but just reactiveness. I've seen her call out people for fights at the van and all of these things, and it's funny, don't get me wrong, but if I do it, you're all telling me to calm down and I'm over-emotional. Forget about diagnosis and everything else and factors and real-life factors, and I'm a mum with 2 young kids and a lot going on. Pearl can sit there and shout and it's all banter and fun and call people out. If I do that, Alex, I'm aggressive. I'm that. I'm not talking about race, I'm talking about any situation, any argument we have on here, any banter.
Paige, sorry, 1 second for butting in, but can I just say I've had 2 deaths over Christmas as well, and one was a
I'm
murder.
really sorry to hear that. No one should lose anyone, especially this time of year. It's hard.
And same to you. I'm sorry to hear about yours, but I just don't come on here and go on about it. So we've all got things going on in the background.
No, but that's my point. That's my point. I've never come at you, Pearl, for saying, why are you screaming like that? Why are you talking about? The only thing I've ever said about was the racist stuff, which I'm allowed and entitled to do. Yeah. Everything else about your character, I've not ever cussed you for. I've never said, oh, for your age, you shouldn't be screaming or doing this. No, that's how my family move. So I relate to that. That's the worst part about it. You're not getting it. And if someone's sitting there screaming in the box, I don't sit there and say to them, why are you screaming so much? Why are you shouting so much? When Alex is sat there and he's talking about the most random shit, even his own comments are being like, Alex, what the fuck are you talking about so much? Because you're going off on one about Angie or whatever. I don't come into random people's lives and be like, no, you're doing too much. Your feelings are too much. Your emotions are too much. Your tone is too much. I don't do that to anyone, but everyone does it to me. That's my point. It's not a want sympathy victim thing. I'm trying to explain why I get, like, upset.
Hi, Paige, let me speak a minute. Yeah, listen. So you says, I can see how Alicia's trying to say everywhere you go, you get into trouble or people talk shit about it. I've lived my whole life like this because I'm loud and fiery. So instantly people think, he's a prick. But what I'm saying is, forget Pearl for a minute. What do you actually want from this situation? Because it's clear that you've...
I want to be able to cuss people, Frankie, like everyone else, and be left alone. Like, I want to be able to joke and be left alone. If I want to talk on racism as a woman of colour, I should be able to. If I want to have a joke or a banter, like everyone else, even if it's like bitchy, like everyone else, I should be able to. Like, it's that simple. I don't want no kumbaya. I don't want no one to change. I don't want no one to like me. I just want people to leave me alone.
This is what I'm saying to you, because like I said, I've lived my life the same way, aggressive, and it doesn't get you nowhere. Maybe, okay, you're fiery now because you're passionate, but maybe other times, show the calm side of you so people know that you're not all...
Frankie, I've just raised fucking about 17 boxes for the fucking Women's Refuge show.
No, you haven't.
Like, I've sat there doing poetry that saved people's lives. I've gone and sat there and fed the homeless. I've sat on lives for hours with multiple people with different fucking, not just black people even, loads of different religions and races, and educated for hours, not getting a penny, hours of my time, going through my own racial traumas. Are you kidding me?
Can I just
all
say,
I do on this app is help people.
Frankie, this side of the app...
I'm saying, what do you think you need? What do you think needs to happen from here regarding you? Forget the Pearl situation, because I can see how...
I'm fine. Like, I'm going through a journey. I'm grieving. I've got this. I've got that. I've got, like, it's just cool, but I'm okay with it. I'm not a victim. I don't sit on live asking for gifts because of it. Like, I entertain for my gifts. Do you know what I mean? I will be active. I do stuff. I'm very energetic. I'm telling you this because sometimes people need to hear these things. Not because it's a sorry. I don't want anyone sorry for me. I don't need sympathy. It's because it's like understanding people and how people are, understanding emotions. I don't want nothing from a single fucking soul. That's why I'm probably out of the times I've been on here, on the smallest creators, because I'm not beggy. I'm not going to run and say, I want this, I want that, or I need this, or expect this from that person. I'm not going to play into certain rules. I very much get stomped on and forgetting about. That's fine. But when I'm in spaces, just because I am a small creator, or I don't have like a massive group like backing up Pearl has to come and back me wherever I go, don't mean that it don't upset me, or don't mean that it don't hurt. If Pearl was a big grown older woman is getting upset by the 5 little fucking followers that I've going around for me saying it, can you imagine how I feel when there's 1,000 people doing it?
Yeah, cool.
No, do you know what, Pete? Do you know what people need to understand as well? And I think we all understand this now. No matter how much good you'll do on this app page, the thing where you've acted out in a box and stuff will always be highlighted. That's just life on social media, unfortunately. You could do a million good things, you do one bad thing, and that's what will get highlighted. That's just social media. It shouldn't be like that, but it is.
No, that's fine. I get that, Alex. You're right. I get that, but no one else makes it their whole character. Do you see what I mean? Like, people can get over it. Like, even things that you've gone through on this app, and do you know what I mean? The jokes or whatever. Like, that's not. Even your own people, that's not being based off your own character. You're now being portrayed as a man, he may have made a mistake. But when I have these things where I pop off in a little box, that's my whole character. Do you understand? People now, for some reason, I don't know, I'm not bringing up race again or whatever it is, I'm sick of it myself now. That's what I mean. It's made me sick of the whole conversation. But it's like that's my main character. And that's not who I am. The fact that even Frankie just sat there, I've sat in boxes loads with you, Frankie, you probably don't even realise, saying, oh, that's what you're going to be knowing about this show, The Kind Side. I sit for hours in people's boxes, laughing, joking.
No, like, Paige, I don't think you understand what I'm saying to you. My missus even messaging me now while you're speaking, yeah? Exactly the same. Listen to me, please. I've gone through life being the aggressive one, not because I'm a bad person, but because that's how I've grown up. And I can see in you now that you are a kind person and you're just fucking stressed. Everywhere you go, people are giving you shit. And I had the same thing when that happened with Angie and I hated it. But you know what? I just ignored it. Honestly, Paige, you're going to be like, oh, it's not easy. I ignored everything she said about me. Anyone that come in my room commenting bad things. And I just tried to be the nice me. Trust me, I can go mad if I really want to. And I can see how that's how people are seeing you. But I'm not saying, oh, be calm. Because I know you do nice things on the app. I'm saying the way you're talking now, I can see that you're so angry with other people around you. Just fuck them off and be you, Paige. Say, fuck it, I'm not listening to you.
Facts.
Get good mods around you and just be you.
And you know what's upsetting as well, Paige? It's upsetting that a person of colour like yourself feels like they can't talk about racism on an app. And where you should never be silenced. If you choose
No, I get that, but I'm done. I'm not doing it no more because it's horrible. It's horrible. It's not worth it. It's not worth my mental health. Like, I need to be a good mum for my kids, and they're more important in terms of, like, the kids in real life are important, talking about racism than this app. Like, I'm not, like, I've been a streamer for, like, 10 years. Like, and as you can see, I'm loud, this and that. I can take a lot of shit, guys. Come on, like, things don't break me. This app, talking about racism, gave me, like, severe bad, like, mental health. I'm not joking. Like, that's how bad it was. So I just stopped doing it. I'm not like everyone else. I didn't sit there and go, I'm coming off the app, I'm not going to do it again. I didn't make a big speech. I just stopped. Like, slowly into the background, stopped doing it. And then you all wonder why, oh, it's not a big thing with Pearl and Arts anymore. But then you wonder why. Because the people that I had were running the forefront, we're tired. So we stopped doing it. And it is sad, but that's life. And that on its own is just a whole massive thing of where this situation at hand, people don't realise the difference. Like, they don't realise the difference in how thing it is. This is not like, even the me and Pearl thing, with going back and forth, but it's not because, like, I'm just being clouty or anything else. Like, respectfully, I'm not even trying to be rude. I'd go after, like, bigger people. I'd be after CLA every day. I'd be chasing Miss Red in a fucking box every single day. Do you know what I mean? I'd be going after people that can actually, I don't know, like, have, like, everyday constant big, like, intakes. Like, I don't understand what goes live constantly. So I don't understand.
Paige, I think you just misunderstood, mate. And honestly, I'll tell you from me, I can only speak on behalf of me. What I've seen in this box, I can see a different side. I can just see that you're just hurt by how people treat you. But what I can say is maybe just give yourself a month of ignoring all the negative comments. They will get bored. It's when you're reacting to them. If you keep firing back at everything they say, they're going to love it because they're just chilling at home, winding you up. Oh, Paige.
No, it's true, but I'll be real, Frankie. People in boxing have made it more. It's the comments are stressful. They are bad, don't get wrong, but it's not them I'm arguing with now, is it? Like, it's not them that I feel shut up by, and it's not them that I'm thinking, like, it's people in the boxes, and it's been backed by the comments, and that's just it. It's the internet. I'm used to it. Like, I look at the world we live in. Like, come on.
Can I just say something here? Like, this side of the app, like Alex's people, Pearl's people, Frankie's people, whoever, they've only ever come across Paige when she's in boxes and she's speaking on something or they're rowing. Like, they've never sat and watched her and seen her as a person, and all this shit that people say to her, and they're always like, oh, you're so loud, you're so aggressive, you're so this, you're so that, but they only catch her when, like, none of them go and sit in her lives and see what she's about, and they just make this is something.
That works both sides as well. People have sometimes got an opinion on Pearl from what
Alex, not everyone that knows me knows Pearl. Pearl's a big career on this app. Like, most of my people have seen Pearl before they knew me. That's what I mean. It's not the same. I'm a small creator, Alex.
Yeah, but you can't make it one-sided. But what I'm saying,
no, but I'm not saying in a hateful way. Like, in a nice way. They like Pearl.
Of course, there will be people in your life that don't know.
I'm speaking on her because I know her as a person, and obviously I sit in her lives and I know what she's about and what she's actually like, aside from when she's having discussions or arguments or whatever it may be about people. And it's really sad to sit here and listen to this. Like, obviously I've had conversations with her, but to hear her say it publicly, because I know what she's been going through and I see the shit she gets. Like, the other night, she was just getting attacked continuously and she weren't doing nothing wrong. We was in boxes trying to have a laugh and she was just continuously getting attacked. And then it's always people in the comments saying, oh, what about what you did to Pearl? Like, Paige had every right to speak about what happened, the same as she does about everyone else. But because, like I said earlier, Pearl will come into boxes and speak with people, so then it seems like Pearl's getting the worst end of it because it goes on and on because it's back and forth all the time. People think that Paige is just out for Pearl, but
maybe just get Paige some really good mods and try to ignore him because
she doesn't need anyone else.
We've all seen that there's a different side of Paige here, and I know she's not doing it for sympathy because listen, I know I'm a male, but I've lived my life how she's just explained. Everywhere I go, people think I'm bad because of something, like because I'm rowdy, or if someone says something, I'm not going to take no shit. So people are like, oh, avoid him. Or when he's like on this app, people go for you because they think they can. But like maybe just get her some good mods and keep her doing what she's doing. Like I love Pearl to bits, man, but I've seen a different side to Paige today, so it's an hard one, ain't it? I just feel like
I won't make jokes on what that's what you want. That's fine. Like, if we're going to get this attacked over it, but I'm saying it needs to work both ways. Like having like certain banters and stuff like that as well. Then if we're just, do you know what I mean? Everyone needs to be like, if we're gonna make sure everyone's right, it needs to be everyone. But it's never going to be like that. We're never going to be able to like please everyone. It's not the fact. But if I'm allowed to feel how I want to feel, and especially now I've said to you, I'm not going to bring it up again because Pearl sat here, but when it's not even to just do with racism. While I don't dislike Pearl, I don't hate her because she's a lady of the internet. I don't know anyone off the internet. But my thing is, it's gone way past the racism stuff. Like when me and Pearl were beefing, like, do you see what I'm trying to say? That's why I hold things directly with Pearl. It's not just race all the time and Paige talks about race and stuff like that. But this is what it is. I'd rather not be heavily attacked. I've stopped talking about race. You guys have won that, and now I won't ever talk about Pearl again. You've won that. We love the silence. Not you, Alex. Not you. Oh, Frankie.
Listen, Paige, it's proof what the comments do. I just said maybe get yourself some good mods. Someone in the comments going, why Paige's mods under attack? It's just pathetic how people twist shit. I'm just saying maybe get more mods.
My mods are really good. My mods are good. That's what I mean. People don't actually
it doesn't happen in her life. Like in her life, it doesn't happen.
Life.
It's in boxes and stuff. Because it's people that have only ever seen her, like if she's kicking off or when she's doing her really fast talking, when she's explaining something, that's when people go at her. So the mods don't really, like her lives are nice. There's very rarely any shit in there.
Okay. And people don't, and just to let everyone know, that my comments aren't just filled with like Pearl hate, by the way. Like I really no hate. There's no one that like.
Seen from when you've been live. I've not seen Pearl mentioned in your life for a long time.
That's what I mean. Like no one's really mentioned like that in my life. That's what I mean. Like Alex, you've scored into my life even before. You ain't been attacked in there.
If you come into mine, your name is never, ever, ever mentioned or Devon's in my life.
Yeah, but I believe that. I've never once said that Pearl talks about me every day. I've never once said that you chase me by the app. I never once said that.
I wouldn't, because I'd put them straight out. The mods would be straight on it, and they'd be blocked out the live. End of.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, that's not what this whole, like, I get what everyone's saying, Frankie. I really appreciate your words. I get that, but I'm just saying, like, that's not why I'm always just upset. Like, it's not just because, you know what I mean? It's after the fact. It's after when me and Pearl had that little argument the other day. It's all leading after that, and how people make people feel in general, not just me, people in general. Do you understand?
You know what I find as well? People seem to think on this app, just because you have difference of opinions, they're not always your enemy. You know what I mean? I feel a lot of people on this app, just because two people have different views on things, at the end of the day, it doesn't mean that person is your enemy either.
Well, yeah, I get that. Do you think how many people I've argued with here that I've said like and done stuff in terms of racism? Like I'm not out here arguing every day. Like I've been going through my own fucking mental breakdown, for fuck's sake. Hence I've not been on for 3 weeks on my own live. That's why I've only been in certain boxes. So that's probably why you have only seen me recently in certain boxes like that, because I can't even really properly run my own live at the minute. But that's not like that. I don't get it. I'm not running after Pearl every day. Like it's only time me and her have had it to do is when we've been in the same box or popped up in a situation like that. There's been loads of boxes that Pearl's been in where I've not gone in, or well, scroll past. I don't get it. Like I'm not chasing this woman around the app. So like, Pearl, I feel like you need to tell your people as well, because when I am going live or in boxes, like it's them people constantly bringing it back up again. It's not me, and I'm gonna react same way you're reactive. Alicia's reactive, like we all said. Alex, we're all reactive in certain situations we're passionate about. But when constant people with yellow hearts are constantly coming over to me, telling me I'm a shit person and why do you always bring Pearl up when Pearl's not even being brought up, that kicks it off again as well. Do you understand?
Yeah, but I mean,
I ever ask anybody to do that, and never once would I condone that, because I wouldn't like it done to myself.
But you know what it is? Do you want me to be totally honest with you, Paige? A lot of them people that are probably doing that ain't probably from Pearl's community. It's just because they're putting yellow hearts in there. It doesn't mean they're from Pearl's community. It could be trolls. It could be people trying to cause a rift. It could be someone that supports you just trying to cause a bit of drama. It could be anyone, you know what I mean? Unfortunately, that's what this app's about. I know of previous people that have been exposed from their own communities and that have been basically trying to stir up drama, you know, because they get bored. It happens all the time. I guarantee you now, there's trolls around the app that will go into Angie's now and saying, oh, big up Pearl, and they probably hate Pearl.
Yeah, of course, that's what I'm saying. So just people need to let me, if me and Pearl have an argument, or if me and Angie, or whoever the fuck, I don't get why it needs to be, because like I said, I don't have a big community, so people ain't running into every live that Pearl's in going, bum Pearl, you don't talk about this, you don't talk about that, or when it's specific towards you. Imagine Pearl, someone come into you and was like, oh, stop talking about the Gypsy and Traveller community, stop bringing awareness in, it's boring now. It gets to me. Only that one topic, it's going to get to me, do you understand? That's why I get upset. You've seen me on here have petty little funny arguments, and I'm not sitting there crying. I don't get upset. Like, I don't feel bullied. I've been in Angie's live with 5,000 people and all the comments coming at me, do you understand? And I'm like, you're an idiot. It is what it is. But to make out like I'm constantly doing this and I'm constantly doing that and shut up talking about race Paige, like, I don't get why no one thinks that's going to get to me. I would never tell anyone in here to not talk about something they were passionate about. Regardless if I disagreed with it or I didn't understand it, I wouldn't constantly go people to do that.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying, and that's all it is. And like, Pearl, you have to admit, even when we was having arguments, it was, oh, stop talking about race and and stuff like that. But if I'm like talking and I'm trying to speak on my experience, not everyone else is, not every black person, me and how I feel and how I've grown up, them comments there, stop talking about race Paige, it's boring, and now everyone's won. Like, I know I have stopped talking about it, but now I feel like I'm back to fucking 10 years ago again, where I'm shut down again. Do you understand?
It's wrong though, innit? Like, let's be honest now. No matter if someone disagrees with you or doesn't like you, no one should be telling a person of colour that they're not able to support this boring, that racism is boring. No, because at the end of the day, it's your feeling. And it's the same as like Pearl. If someone went into Pearl's live and said one of the gypsy community got targeted and that, and someone go, oh, Pearl, stop talking about fucking the gypsy community now. It's boring. The racism's boring. Like, you know what I mean? It's going to affect them in a different way. And that's what people need to understand, is that your feelings are valid. I mean, and when people are going around, if people are going in your live and saying, oh, Paige, stop talking about it, it's boring and that, just block them out your live and let them go off and dwindle in some other room and be toxic there, because unfortunately they're not going to be your people.
And then we block them.
They're not going to be your people, are they? That are literally bringing negativity in your rooms. I mean, I'm one of them myself. Like, I'll try and do it as best as possible, but I'm one of them. I'm guilty of that myself, where people come in my room and I'm thinking, fucking hell, I should have got rid of them earlier. You know what I mean? But I've allowed the room to start booming then of toxicity. You know what I mean? Sometimes you can't control it. You try to as a host. You try to do the best as you can. But then they will attack the host and go, you know what, you should have dealt with this better. You should have dealt with this better. Well, okay, then you that in the comments there, they're moaning at the host. You know what? You come in alive with 2,000 fucking people and you try and do it and make it perfect, neutral, 50-50. It's so hard to do. It really is hard to do.
No, yeah, of course it is. But like, all my biggest thing, this is why this is me just trying to explain, like, why I do get in certain ways. Like, people just need to stop telling me, like, especially people that I've had like racist arguments with, or, you know, like borderline conversations to do with racism. Like, I think it's crazy to tell me not to talk about it and then wonder why I'm getting so pent up.
Yeah, no one should tell you to stop talking about racism, for fuck's sake. No one should ever shut you up, silence you. No one should. Come on, let's be serious now. Telling a person of colour to not talk about racism is wild, let's be honest.
That's the only reason I get wound up, and that because it's the bully thing.
Continuously as well, like by all different groups.
Yeah.
It's just a lot. I don't know. I just see it for what it is.
Yeah, you find the people that they're probably not from Pearl's community. Just because they're putting yellow hearts doesn't mean they're from.
No, I know, but I wanted her to understand where I'm coming from. I mean, as in, like, in the same way she's seen reactive things or certain stuff like that. It's not just me being like, I'm going to wake up, go live, and be like, Pearl, let's discuss Pearl. Do you understand what I mean? If they were randomly being like, oh, Pearl said this about you, Paige, I don't know, she said you got ugly hair, I'm not going to run and carry it on and start. I don't care about stuff like that. But when obviously people are telling me, oh, don't talk about race and leave Pearl alone, I now get defensive, like saying, well, me and Pearl, it was a back and forth. I'm not in control of the whole entire app. So if people came for Pearl, that's not my fault over something that she said, fair enough, right? Yeah, I was holding lives and stuff, but we've all done that about someone on this app. Every single one of us in this box has been in a live or run a live about someone else with big numbers in, do you understand? Off a reaction that someone's made you feel. But I wasn't allowed to. See, that's what I mean. Why is race even being mentioned? Like, I'm allowed to. I'm not saying you're racist. I'm not saying anyone in here is racist or the comments are racist, but I'm allowed to bring up race or racism. I'm allowed to bring up who I am as part of my character. Like, that should be allowed. And that's, I'll be real, that is when I do get like reactive and I get over triggered, and maybe sometimes instead of having a calm conversation, like everyone's seen me have 100 times, I
People need to
do get.
understand as well there, you know, when someone just says that about why is race even mentioned, that's where it's all originally stemmed from. So of course it will be mentioned, you know what I mean? I understand this, but what people need to understand as well, when all this continues in other people's lives, the back and forth, the drama, sometimes it's nothing to do with you and Pearl. It's to do with people that are just, I'm going to say the word trolls, because these are people I know for a fact are not a part of any of your communities, that are literally bored, they've got no lives, that are literally making it a part of themselves just to go, I'm a part of Paige's community. They're probably going to Pearl's life saying, leave Paige alone, you're racist. But really, what it is, it's not someone supporting you, and it's not someone supporting Pearl, it's just them trying to mix up a drama, because that's what people
And even with like the yellow hearts for Pearl, like no one's affected by people showing support for Pearl by putting yellow hearts in. The issue is when people are like, oh, Paige said this, oh, Pearl said that, oh, Paige, you did this, you did that. That's what the issue is, not people like putting yellow hearts to show that they like Pearl. That's not like, no one cares about that. It's
really annoying that people think that like I can't stand Pearl to the bones. Like I said, I'm not one of these people that like hate someone, then next thing you know, like, oh, they were never my friend, or I can't stand them, da-da-da. Like I said, I used to give Pearl. I used to watch her. Her firing is something that I liked.
And Pearl was on it, so was Paige and Devon. Like, it's not about,
That's what I mean. But that one instance where I got upset with Pearl, I'm allowed to get upset with you, Pearl, in that one instance. I'm not running around saying everything you do is wrong.
If we had anything to say to each other, either me, you, or anybody, would come and say it to the faces. So I don't listen to what people say. I don't know how many times I'll get a little message off somebody, well, this one said this about you. I just think, well, when they come and say it to me face, that's when it means something, and that's the way that I roll. So I definitely don't speak about you, and I don't let nobody in the comments speak about you, because if I had a problem with you, I'd come to your face and speak to you.
No, I get that. I'm just saying, I'll be real, I'll be petty. I'm holding on to stuff that happened when it was happening, like not to do with the racism stuff, but just with Angie and that, when you was friends with her and when I got attacked and stuff, like that really upset me. And so I'm like, and whether people call it petty or not, like that was a real life thing, it did really upset me. So that's why I've held on to like disliking you or having certain banters of you specifically over everybody else. It's not like I'm just ignoring everything or being selective. It's that certain people do certain things that upset people, and I don't get why I'm not allowed to be upset by that.
Well, listen, this is how adult I am, right? For laughing or whatever I've done, and then I can't really remember, but I'm apologising for whatever I've done to you, Paigey. I'm willing to leave it at the door, move on, put our big girl knickers on, and just get on with our own. There's no way we can't stay out of lives where there's each other at, because we're both our friends. But I'm big enough and ugly enough to sit in a room without atting you or saying something sarcastic to you.
Yeah, I'll happily hold that same energy now. Like, that's the like main thing. Like, this is the thing. When it was going on and we was like having a thing with each other, and I was saying certain things, people were calling me a liar. But like now, even just that was the main thing I was upset about, right? And I was frustrated about, and made me petty. Like, not saying that we're gonna be best friends, but I'm saying, pal, that's what made me petty. That Angie thing when I got attacked, and you were saying like I deserved it to be burned, it was cold water. That made me not be like normal and think like normal. I
never said you deserved it. I'm not having that.
Well, that's what Angie and that was implying in that live when you was in there, because you was all laughing, and that's what I'm saying. That's what made me go from being rational to being a petty bitch. Do you understand?
Nobody deserves, and that's what I said. And I can remember saying nobody deserves to get attacked. But what I did say was, it can't have been sugar and water. That's exactly what I said. I said because I know what sugar and water does. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and that's why I got upset, because that's the second time she'd done that. So you know, the first time she done it was 2 years ago, and I've still got the scars on my head.
Yeah.
And the second time I only said that because she said in the video, oh, you want sugar and water again? Maybe it weren't last time, but it is this time, bitch.
Right, well, I didn't know that. But
yeah, I panicked. I panicked thinking, shit, what the fuck? Because it's the second time it's happened. Yeah. I knew when I went inside that it must have just been hot water, because I had a little burn, but it was nothing like the first time she did it, right? It was nothing like the first time she did it, where my skin was actually melting off my head. So I knew it wasn't sugar water, but imagine now I'm still triggered, I'm still emotional, I've gone into a live, and there's Angie and everyone there, and you're all there, and you're all just being like, oh no, and you're debating over it. That made me, I'm just being real, that made me bitter and not want to be rational anymore. That's all it is.
But that's what I said. I said it'll have been cold water. It definitely wasn't like boiled sugar and water. That's what I said. I never said you deserved it, because I didn't. I think that was absolutely disgusting. anyways, to do anything like that.
This is what I mean. Like, it's all about perception, how people have taken that information. Like, you take it a certain way, Paige, and it's pretty much similar to the racist burger comment yesterday. Like, Pearl didn't see it that way. She was just saying she was making a burger. However, you know chocolate, and you know how he meant it, and that's your perception of what was said. You know what I mean? That's what I mean. How things get confusing for people.
Yeah. That was all banter, like the burger thing. It was all banter, and Paige joined in with it, and then obviously people have taken offence. But like, if you knew Paige, you'd know that this is like, we run banter all the time. It's just like, and like yesterday with the whole thing with Michelle's, when Pearl's gone live and been upset because people have gone to her and said this, that, and the other. It's just, it all gets blown out of proportion, and it's ridiculous.
Yeah, literally. But yeah, I'm like, now I've had the conversation, I'm fine. Like, when I'm heard, I can be very, like I said, rational and stuff. And I know we're all adults, but at the same time, I am an adult. And when I'm not heard, and I feel like people are not listening or getting a disadvantage, I'm getting a disadvantage, I will be petty. And that's me being an adult. Like, yeah, I will be petty, like a lot of us are. Massively, I'm going to be petty. And I may say things that I could hold back, if that makes sense, but I don't. But like, I'm happy to not do that, and because I definitely don't want to be attacked again by 1,000 people. But I'm happy to move past it now. Like, we've never had a conversation. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know we're not going to be best friends, not in any kind of way. But I'm happy to continue to be in boxes where I won't be making certain phrases and stuff. That's fine.
Well, there you go. So we can be in the same boxes. Move on.
Let's be honest with you now. We're all literally embarrassment, aren't we? Let's be honest now. We're all grown ass adults praising this Jeremy Kyle drama, because it's true, isn't it? Let's be honest now. Everyone kind of likes to watch a little bit of drama, and this
of course.
But you know what I mean? It gets a little bit toxic, and like I said earlier, I guarantee you now, there's kids that are probably accidentally scrolling to a live, watch this, and think, you know what? This is a bunch of fucking adults. Need to get a grip and move on.
Right, I'm doxing everyone right now.
Definitely. It's just mad.
I'm doxing Alex Brigham first.
Oh, I've already doxed you to Frankie anyway, so.
Right, anyway, I'm off because I'm being...
Miss Red and Angie are in Luke's box.
Yeah, I'm getting called in Luke's box, so I'll go and have a listen.
Thank you, Pearl.
Bye. You're welcome. Bye, everyone. Bye.
Thank you, Paige. You've coming up. Thank you, Alicia, and big up Frankie anyway.
Don't thank me.
Okay, bye.
In life. Bye.